Are you making your cat fat? Help for heavy cats. People admire cats for their ease, speed, and let's be honest, their desire to lounge around. But what do you do when your cat friend starts to gain some weight? Cats that are overweight can have a lot of health problems, just like overweight people. The things that make your cat gain weight and how to help them live a healthy life are very important for responsible pet owners to know. Let's learn more about feline fitness and get some useful tips for keeping your cat in good shape. Understanding cat obesity. Cats are becoming more and more overweight around the world. The Association for Pet Obesity Prevention says that around 60% of cats in the U.S. are either overweight or fat. Being overweight can make them more likely to get health problems like diabetes, arthritis, breathing problems, and even a shorter lifespan. Things that cause cats to be overweight. There are several things that can cause cats to gain weight, such as eating too much. Overfeeding cats is one of the main reasons they become fat. Giving too many treats or free feeding can quickly cause a mismatch between the number of calories eaten and the amount of energy used. Not enough exercise. Indoor cats, especially those that don't have much room to run and play, tend to gain weight because they don't get enough exercise. If you don't give your cat any chances to exercise, it can become overweight. Making bad food choices. If you feed your cat low-quality, high-carbohydrate foods, it may gain weight. Cats have to eat meat, so their food needs to be high in protein and low in carbs for them to be healthy. To stay at a healthy weight, you need to choose meals that are properly balanced and in the right amount of food. Useful advice for managing your weight. Now that we know what causes cats to be overweight, let's look at some useful tips that will help your cat reach and stay at a healthy weight. Talk to your vet. Before you start any weight loss plan, talk to your vet to find out what weight is best for your cat, and make a diet and exercise plan just for them. They can also rule out any underlying health problems that might be making you gain weight. Control portion sizes. Measure your cat's food portions based on their nutritional needs and the rules for giving them. Avoid free feeding and limit treats to keep your pet from eating too many calories. Encourage activities outside. Play with your cat often by giving it interactive toys like feather wands, laser pointers, or puzzle feeders. Giving them chances to climb, jump, and explore will satisfy their natural urges and get them moving. Pick foods that are good for you. Choose high-quality cat food that is high in protein and made to meet your cat's nutritional needs. Stay away from foods that have a lot of fillers, fake ingredients, and preservatives. Keep an eye on progress. Keep an eye on your cat's weight and health on a daily basis to see how well your efforts to help them lose weight are working. If they need to, they can change their diet and exercise plan to keep making success. Examples from real life. Let's look at two situations that show how important it is for cats to keep their weight in check. Look at Fluffy as an example. Fluffy, a domestic short-hair cat that is 5 years old, was found to be overweight at her regular checkup with the vet. Mary, Fluffy's owner, noticed that she was getting too many treats during the day and wasn't moving around as much since she moved into a smaller apartment. With help from her doctor, Mary started watching how much she ate, setting up playtime, and giving her a high-protein diet. Over the course of a few months, Fluffy slowly lost the extra weight and got her energy back. Case study, Whiskers. Whiskers, a Maine Coon cat that is 10 years old, got arthritis because he was too fat, which made it hard for him to move around. John, Whiskers' owner, worried about his health and talked to his doctor. The vet suggested a weight loss plan that would work for Whiskers. By moving to a diet that was good for his joints, doing low-impact exercises like swimming, and getting pain medication when he needed it, Whiskers' mobility and quality of life got a lot better. What should I feed my cat so she doesn't get fat? Let's look at diet in more depth. Limiting your cat's food intake, picking the right food, and encouraging it to be active are all things you can do to keep your cat from becoming overweight. Follow these tips to make sure your cat stays at a good weight. 1. Portion control. Make sure your cat gets the right amount of food for their age, weight, and level of exercise. Your vet can give you advice on how much food to give each animal. Don't free feed your cat, which means putting food out for it to eat whenever it wants. Set times for meals instead to keep track of how many calories they eat. 2. Choose high-quality food. Choose high-quality cat food that is made to meet the nutritional needs of your cat. Choose foods that have real meat as their main ingredient and stay away from foods that have a lot of fillers, additives, or fake preservatives. It might be best to give your cat a mix of wet and dry food, because wet food usually has more water in it. Giving your cat smaller amounts can help it feel full and happy. 3. Limit treats. Treats shouldn't make up a big part of your cat's daily calorie intake. Pick treats that are healthy and low in calories, and only give them a few at a time as prizes for good behavior or during training. Don't give your cat food scraps or leftovers from people, because they can be high in calories and bad for cats. 4. Keep an eye on your cat's weight and body condition. You can do this by regularly checking their weight and body condition, by touching their ribs and looking at their general shape. For your cat's breed and size, your vet can tell you what a healthy weight should look and feel like. If you see that your cat is putting on weight, change how much they eat or when they eat. You should talk to your doctor if you're not sure what to do next. 5. Encourage physical exercise. To help your cat stay at a healthy weight and burn calories, encourage it to do regular physical exercise. To keep your cat busy and interested, give it toys, places to climb, and times to play with you. You could get your cat puzzle feeders or food dispensing toys that make them work for their food. This will keep their mind and body active while slowing down their eating. By following these tips and talking to your vet often, you can help keep your cat from getting fat and make sure they have a long, healthy life. What kinds of health issues might my cat's weight cause? Cats that are overweight can have a range of health problems, from mild to serious. Here are some health problems that cats often have when they are too heavy. Having diabetes. Obesity is a major risk factor for diabetes mellitus in cats, just like it is in people. Insulin production and control can be messed up by having too much body fat, which can cause insulin resistance and high blood sugar. Problems with the joints. When your cat carries extra weight, it puts extra stress on its joints, which can cause arthritis and other problems with its muscles and bones. Over time, this can make it harder to move around and cause pain and discomfort. Heart disease. Cats that are overweight are more likely to get heart disease because their hearts and circulation systems have to work harder. Cats that are overweight are more likely to get health problems like high blood pressure, which can cause heart failure and other heart issues. Problems with breathing. Too much fat in the chest and belly can make it hard for your cat to breathe, which can cause breathing problems like wheezing, labored breathing, and a lower tolerance for exercise. Diseases of the urinary tract. Cats that are overweight are more likely to get urinary tract diseases, such as feline lower urinary tract disease, FLUT, and urinary tract infections, UTIs. These diseases can make you feel bad, hurt, and have trouble urinating. Pain in the skin and coat. Cats that are too heavy might have trouble grooming themselves properly, which can cause skin and coat problems like mats, dandruff, and a higher risk of skin diseases. Disease of the liver. Cats that are overweight may be more likely to get fatty liver disease, also called hepatic lipidosis. This disease happens when too much fat builds up in the liver, making it less effective and possibly even causing liver failure. Lifespan is cut short. Cats that are overweight tend to live shorter lives. Cats that are overweight are more likely to get long-term illnesses. That can lower their quality of life and shorten their lives. It is important to understand that a cat's weight is not just a matter of style. It is a serious health problem that needs to be addressed. If you work with your vet to address your cat's weight and create a custom weight loss plan, you can lower these health risks and improve your cat's general health. Is water good for my cat's health? Yes. Making sure your cat drinks enough water is very important for its health. Just like in people, cats need water to stay hydrated and help their bodies do many different things. Because of these things, water is important for your cat. 1. Water. Water is very important for keeping your cat moisturized, which is good for their health and well-being in general. Staying hydrated helps your kidneys, digestive system, and blood flow. 2. Health of the urine. If your cat drinks enough water, it flushes toxins and waste out of its body, including its urinary system. Getting enough water can lower your chance of urinary tract infections, UTIs, and other problems with the urinary tract, like bladder stones and crystals. 3. Controlling the temperature. Cats cool down by breathing and sweating through the pads of their paws, but evaporative cooling from drinking water is what they do most of the time. Cats can keep their body temperature in check by drinking water, especially when it's hot outside or when they're moving around a lot. 4. Health of the digestive system. Water is an important part of digestion because it helps break down food and absorb nutrients. It also keeps you from getting constipated and helps you have regular bowel movements. 5. Health of the joints. Staying hydrated helps keep joints healthy by keeping the cartilage soft and moist. This can help older cats or cats with arthritis or other joint problems the most. 6. Overall health and happiness. Making sure your cat stays hydrated is good for their health and vitality. It keeps them alert, busy, and comfortable. Here are some things you can do to make sure your cat gets enough water. Always give them clean, fresh water in a clean bowl. A water feature might be a good idea because some cats like the sound of running water. Give your cat soft food, which has more water than dry kibble. Keep an eye on how much water your cat drinks, especially if they have a health problem that could make them less hydrated. Your cat may be drinking too much or not enough. If you notice changes in this behavior, you should talk to your vet because it could be a sign of a health problem. Overall, Keeping your cat healthy and happy means making sure they have access to clean water and pushing them to drink often. As responsible cat parents, it's our job to put our cats' health and happiness first. We can help our cats live happier, healthier lives by learning about the things that make cats fat and using useful ways to control their weight. Remember that a cat that is well-groomed is a happy cat. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay with cats. See you again.